Hi video game folks, this is another new video game review. This time you will know more news and more infos about Tyranny, quite new game released in the November of 12/16, if I remember well, made by, as you can see, the Unity engine. And the music made by Justin Bell, who is a really nice, helpful and kind person. And I have the privilege to make an interview with him about himself, about his works, about the video games, and what he composed many really great and kind of soundtrack themes. And two really different words. One of it is for Tyranny, and one of it for Pillars of Eternity. As you can see, Tyranny's main menu is really simple, and I quite like more this kind of game menus, because it's simple, but the artwork is really good, and the effect is unanimated in the background. The music is quite really good and epic, and kind of feel of a tyranny, and also, if I can say so, a raid feeling. A raid from an overlord. In this game, the overlord is Kairos, and he has some other general type of men who lead the different kind of groups and armies within the same imperial country or imperial, and it's a little bit similar to the Romanesque times with little fantastic or fantasy elements. It is a refreshed RPG, not quite the same as you can know from the the generic fantasy type of RPGs, and Pirates of Eternity is not the same as well. But Tyranny is really a different kind of world, because, as I said before, it has got a Romanesque type of design and type of raid and the type of nations, but refreshed with some fantastical element, and also refreshed with some modern type of possibilities and devices. And also they refreshed the magic quite well, because it has some things that these kind of wouldn't used in any kind of type of RPGs before in this way of a magic, what we can see in this game, and it's quite a great idea. So now I just made a new game. We can see that the options are really helpful and simple and generic, but it is good in this position. I think it's really good in the term of interface also, so it's really great. I can't say more about it, doesn't need it. So new game, normal. You can see the really also as the generic fantasy story, because you are the baddie in this game, especially in the beginning. You have some in-game videos about the story, about the basics of the story.
Even the archons, women and men.
And these videos, again, very simplistic in art form, but really good style. A little bit like, in the old times, the Roman times. It's a really great idea. But, sadly or not, soon I must finish this video.
The elite disfavored.
Because, the YouTube and also the
The
publishers
voices of
quite don't like
Spymaster and Archon of secrets. Guides the
when I
fierce and
show a
undisciplined
whole,
masses
you
of the
know,
Scarlet
whole
Force.
video within the
With
game.
each battle, the Scarlet
Copyrighted.
Chorus grows stronger as the defeated are given a
But
second
sadly,
choice.
if I see well,
Serve
I can't skip it or
Graven Ash,
quit
Archon of War,
from
the
it.
Overlord's most loyal
But you can
general,
see now the
each
general
to
basic storyline.
though small in number. Kairos' ironclad legion has never met true defeat in open battle.
It is really strange, firstly, but I think it's in really good hands, and the idea is really great that Kairos is not a satanic figure. He is not the Satan, the Satan. He's not the devil, you know. He is a baddie, of course, but he has got some advantages and disadvantages to his people, to his nation. Also, he has sometimes a grey light, not not black and white type of judgment, and also he has some cause and for or behind his decisions. He has some important storylines behind some decision from him, so it is not a generic baddie, if I can say so. Even if we are in a baddie's army, we serve Kairos and we serve his army, we serve the empire of Kairos, but we also can change a little bit, and no more spoilers. But generally we are a baddie in this game, especially in the beginning part, and it is very interesting and exciting, and you will see when you will play the game. It has got a different type of feelings. The decisions, the choosing between the answers are more important than any other RPGs nowadays, I think. And the possibility of the answers are also more in number. You have more possibilities, you can choose from more lines. So it is better, I think, than sometimes Mass Effect, because in Mass Effect and also in Dragon Age Inquisition you can't choose from many type of lines or answers sometimes. But here you have many possibilities. Also you can dive in the deepest part of the story as well. The deeper part of the world. Knowledge of the world is quite important also in this game, because this is another new world. It's not dependent or basic on a interesting but real well-known novel or movie or etc. So it is fresh and new. Of course, it has some similarities sometimes, but these similarities are little. The game represents real well the old-time, I wanted to say Infinity engine games, the Baldur's Gate, Icewind Dale. These kind of games represents the old time and kind of RPGs. This game wanted to, and I think it's quite had this goal and made it really well. Of course, it is a modernized one, but it has some similarities with Baldur's Gate, Icewind Dale, etc. So here is the character making menu. Every good RPG begins with that. You can choose gender, the appearance, also the body type. Sometimes the game load a little too much, I think, in this quite great computer of mine. I think it's a little bit strange, so we can make it for a little disappointment or disadvantage. But they patch the game really well nowadays, so I hope it will be better, the performance for the computers. No, so you can choose about the body type, little type, normal, the higher one. Also you can choose the skin color. After that you can choose, of course, the face, hair, color, and also the portraits. The portraits are again really represent the old Infinity Engine games real well. I quite like this kind of detailed art type of a portrait. Not the 3D type of sluggish portraits that sometimes appear nowadays. After that, you can choose what is your work as a soldier, almost like it can be said similar to a class, but it is not a class. So it is again a different type of classes that you can see in general RPGs. It is almost the history background of yourself, that how you joined to the army, to Kairos army, as a soldier, as a diplomat, as a hunter, and this will have some effect on your future. And sometimes this kind of choosings, this will affect some answers later when you talk with someone in the story and in the game. So now I will be a soldier. I think after that the expertise is important too. So here this is the exact class, if I can say so, because what you choose here you will use in the game. In the game. So if we choose these, you will use spells, and also you can choose a secondary expertise later after that. I think I will choose a spell, and after that I will choose short bow, so I can do some spells, and also I can crossbowing. Oh, and I can use an ability. A hard shot will be good. After that, we can choose our colors on our clothes. And also we can customize our banner. I think this will be good now, and also we can write our name, Iron Joan, or something like that. This is just a sample. Wow. And also we can choose, the attributes. Attributes are very important in the Infinity Engine games, and also here too. And with this type of sign you can see which attributes are the most important for your class or for your character. And in the right you can see that that the attributes what's for. So and I want to thank Justin Bell for this game, because he gave it as a gift, and also he gave the Overlord edition. It is a special collector edition, like edition. So but in digital form and for Steam, I am quite thankful for that, and that is one of the reasons that I can show you now the game. So here we can make higher skills in bows, and so in the weapon skills, or the support skills, or the magic skills. And here again we can see the sign, what are the most important skills that we will use in the game, or should use real well in the game with this type of character. So now I just put some. After that we can choose how we want to continue. We can choose a quick start, and the game is begin at once, immediately. But if we choose the conquest mode, we will see a really great introduction, not just about the game story, but about the 3 years prior for our beginning adventure, where Kairos' conquest to the last free nation and country began, and the first decisions there will have really great consequences for the game itself. So I really recommend this to you, and also you will see first in this type of mode, conquest mode or introduction or tutorial, but for the story, that how can you decide in this game, and how really depend on your decisions that the consequences will be. And also it's really great in feelings that you can choose decisions which goes really great, and every decision or choosing will make different consequences, and it will be seen on the map, on the conquest map also, and after in the game as well. So we will use the conquest now.
All the world has fallen.
Here are some backgrounds,
and now the Overlord's eye is
but now I will
in the early
skip it, and we will go for the conquest map. This map, what I talked about, once again has the design of an old world. The Bastard City. When you now here you can choose within this two type of event, and in this event you will see a description about it. You will choose type of the type of army, because there are two army here who made this conquest under the commandment of Kairos, and generally we will firstly we choose between them. You will choose one of it mainly. There's a possibility, I think, that you can balance it, the two, but I don't think it's quite a good idea. The main good idea that you will choose mainly one with your answers. The one of it is the disfavored army, and the other is the Scarlet Chorus. Scarlet is, I think, is a type of flower, but I don't know. Well, so I now choose the disfavored because I like them more. And when you go with the mouse button there, in this orange type or sometimes a red type word, you will see another detailed description about a thing, a character, a city, a world region, or anything. So this is the conquest mode that I think I will choose now really fast. So I want to choose, and I want to show you the game main game itself. Okay, and now you see the one of the consequence. It can be different if you choose the other type of answer, and if you choose mainly, the Scarlet Chorus, it will be different too. Also, if you choose more the disfavored, it will be different, of course. So, and this is just only the decision behind the army that you will mainly serve. And after that, there are more questions and more scenes, more decisions that you must make, and after that it will have the consequence. It seems now that I ruin everything, so it is a really bad consequence. Also, okay, we can choose here again which city or which castle or wall or temple or citadel we want to make some decision about it. So it's really great feeling. It's a really bad and great feeling, both at once. It's really good that how they pull it in, this type of signs and buildings. It's a little bit similar, to the Game of Thrones series intro. It's quite great map style. The music is really great here too. The mood is really fit well to Tyranny. So Justin Bell, only congratulations. Addict. Oh, this type of one of the type of magic style here that we couldn't see in many games. I think Addict is some type of magic that Kairos can use for really far away countries. He is in his castle, in the center of his empire, but he can use this type of magic with one of his soldier. He will bring it in I think in a scroll, or within a scroll, sorry. And Kairos wrote some commandment there, and this commandment is written by magic also, or almost. And his soldier gave to one of the army behind you, disfavored or something like this, to the leaders, of course. And but in this consequence, in the game, one of the edict, you must read it. You will read it in the near future. And this edict, where you read it, will make do what is written in it. So, if on the scroll the edict is talked about, if you will, the new nation's country or army will not join to Kairos. This city, the master city, for example, will made into under the earth by an earthquake or by a greater storm that you can see. So this kind of edicts and magic can be used by far away, by Kairos. It's really interesting type of magic, And the people who read this edict has really great high rankings after that. So reading an edict is a really good way to make up some higher possibilities and positions here in this game. So I will continue. So many people say that
Kairos' invasion has shattered all major opposition.
it is a far more easier game, and also far more shorter game with more shorter little maps than you can find in Pirates of Eternity, but has a really different word and decisions. So as you can see, the animation is quite good, I think, and the effects as well. Only the characters is not as good maybe as you think, but this is Infinity Engine like RPG, so you can't make a comparison. You can't compare with Crisis Engine game or something like that. When you I think you press a tab button, you will see different type of possibilities, where different type of interactions. You get some informations about something. Sometimes you will see.
Sorry, I can't.
Here you can use some of the skills. Here, when you use athletics, you will have some experience, and also you will have some higher rank later with athletics. So skills go higher, as you can saw in the Elder Scrolls game. What skills you will use make higher points later. So you must use your skills to can be more powerful in it, as you like or not like in the Elder Scrolls series. And also you will get some experience points, so you must use them really well. As you can see with blue signs, you will get the items what can be looted, and also you will see the lootable bodies after a fight.
Can't do that.
And this type of decisions or possibilities can be almost differ from your character making. So make your character really well. Choose the skills well.
On the lookout.
With the alt, you can sneak after it. Don't. And here you can see the skills that you can use. Later you have more skills, of course, active or passive skills as well. And the spells are really interesting in this game because you can make spells here. This is not a unique thing because some kind of game use it, but not so many, and also not so many in this type of RPG style. So in this way it is a unique spell making system in this Infinity kind of RPGs. Here, as you can see, you can choose really many kind of lines, answers, and again you can use your skills, and it is needed too sometimes because now as you can see you gain 26 lore skill experience. Every skill experience is really important in the game. Sadly, the game isn't in Hungarian still. Hasn't got some Hungarian subtitles, but I think later it will come because the English words and sentences are really many in this game. It has got, I think, maybe 2 or 3 million of line of sentences, but I don't remember really well. But it has got some millions of alphabets for sure. So this is the battle system here, the combat. As you can see, you will have some hubs, tooltips. Really general tutorial isn't in the game, but this type of beginning of the game can be seen as that. So it is almost not just the beginning of the story, but a tutorial. Here is the map. You can see with M you can bigger it, but also I think somewhere, I don't know now, sadly, you will see the biggest, the whole world, the big map. As you can see, you can set some signs for the minimap. It's really quite great. You can see the past of the history of the lines, the tokens. And also you will later you can be 4 in the party. You will lead a party and you will move a party. It can be a 4 people party. In Pirates of Eternity it was a 6 numbered party, but in this game the 4 is quite enough, I think. You can see here are the type of possibility, the position of your party, and here are the possibility for dodge or parry, will defense, etc, etc, etc. So with space you can stop the combat. The game is paused, and with space bar again you will unpause it. As the way as it was in the Infinity Engine games. So now I will use, I think, the frozen grasp, sorry, with my character.
I can't.
And after we will defeat this guy, I will have a 2-man party. Oh, hard shot.
I got it.
It will painful. Oh, as you can see, this is the health bar of the enemy. It's now in yellow. Of course, there are buffs and debuffs also in the game. We can use them as well. We can zoom in and out. Oh, sorry, I didn't loot it. Ah, take on. Here is the inventory, skills, talents, quests, etc, etc, etc. Spell creation. You must loot some cores. It is the cores are the main part of the spell. The expressions are the type of the spell. Fire, if I remember well, so but it is written in here. It is the core sigil for the type of magic, followed by the expression sigil to determine what form the spell takes. For example, if you wanted to create a fireball spell, you would select the sigil of flame as the core, followed by the sigil of directed force. But sorry, so it is reversed. So the core is for type of magic, fire, etc, etc. After that, you can form the shape, of course, almost. The spell, you know, it will be a straight forward, one type of magic where you can hit only one enemy, but it's with a really great force and damage. Or you can choose a spreaded one, a controlled one, or an AOE one. Sorry, area of magic. So in a circle, effect a circle, you know, a frost circle or something like that. So it's quite good thing. And you will later you will have you will have some more new spells too, but you can make also new ones.
Can't do that. Can't do that. Can't do that.
Oh, I must push the boulder. Hahaha, sometimes you can kill enemy with
We have company.
boulders. Not Baldur's Gate, boulders. Oh.
Right.
Fire! I said fire at will! Okay, so some buff. There is some time, bar time for the skills.
On it. Take that. Right.
Many people criticized the game because of the little type of words here. You can higher the resolution, but many people said that it is not fix the problem. The problem of the two little words here, two little type of alphabets, but I don't think quite in that way because I think it's quite good. But in the menu, I think you can set it to a bigger rank, bigger type of alphabets to fix the problem. So it's not a quite great bad thing. You can use some healing potions as well. The system is a really great mixture of the old time of the Infinity Engine combat with the more better, modern, more flexible and more actionful type of combat, and it is quite better, I think, that you can saw in the Infinity Engine games. So in general, and in quite a longer video, this is the basic for the game, and this game I think it's quite great. It has a really great mood from the old times, but in a fantasy world. And it has a really great and more complex story where the body is really us, and of course and Kairos behind us, and also it have really great moral extensions and decisions and consequences in the game. and it almost teach the way how to behave as a baddie and how to make decisions, and can a person change from baddie to a good guy in a time, and if can, how also we can see the background of an invasion and of a raid, a bad raid, with bad people. But in this game, almost quite good nations can make some troubles and bad things as well. So it is a Game of Thrones almost in this way. I think it's quite a great idea to make that. It seems that it will have a continuation, a sequel later, because many people said that it is short and it is ending in a really great moment and really fast, in a fast way. So at once, so maybe there will be a sequel later. Let's we hope. The music is really, really great. Fit well for Tyranny, for an invasion, and for the decisions. The sounds are quite good. Only maybe the graphics only not as quite good in the NPCs, but I think in this kind of game, if you see Diablo 3 hasn't got the most complex design and really great graphic and quality characters as well. So, but the characters what sell this game, I think. So I will give an 87% for the game. It's a quite great game. It needs some polish still, and also in the sequel it needs some improvement in the graphics, some improvement and in the story to make it far more longer than that, because Pirates of Eternity is far more longer and complex in some ways than this game, but it began in a really great way, and it began the adventure really well. So I can wish more success for the game, and also for Obsidian, the developer, the creator of the game, and also for Justin Bell making more music in the sequel, what we can hope to make later in the near future. So let's play this game, try it, and say your experiences about it and your review. I hope you like this video. Bye.